All right, so for the most part, they kind of added some money to Alex Anzalone's deal. They added a $250,000 extra guaranteed this $6 million contract, and gave him another $750,000 in incentives. So if he reaches incentives, he get a extra million on top of his $6 million salary. You're probably saying, hey, why they don't pay Alex? I explained it once again. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, right? So yeah, that's they gave him a quarter, they guaranteed his deal. So his deal wasn't guaranteed till I think after week 1 of the NFL season. So if he got injured any time between now and week 1, the deal wouldn't have been fully guaranteed. So now, if I get injured, at least I know I'm gonna get this $6 million. They gave him a $250,000 in kick up, so they gave him a $250,000. Also $750,000 in incentives. I don't know how easy those incentives are to reach, but they have been really singing the praises of Zach Cunningham, which I liked him when he came out of Vanderbilt. I believe he got drafted by the Houston Texans. So I'm a huge Zach Cunningham fan. But yeah, I mean, it's when you see somebody like the Lions go out there and they draft a guy like Jack Campbell, that should like signal to you, all right, I might not be here for too much longer, right? Then they pony up and pay Derek Barnes. That should have been all she wrote. Drafted a guy like Rodrigo, bring in Zach Cunningham, yeah. Excuse me. For the most part, it's a Rizzy. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So he'll probably be finding a new team pretty soon unless some unforeseen circumstances happen with injury or conduct or something happen with one of these. He's gone. He's gone. They got to pay J-Mo possibly. They got to pay Laporta possibly. BB possibly. So, yeah, so there are going to be some guys that you don't see too much more. Anzalone, you probably won't see him no much more. Guys like Amik Roberts, DJ Reader, all these guys are turning over. Quick as you seen, Jonah Jackson get turned over. Frank Ragnow get out of there. Kevin Zeifer get out of there. This is what happens. You have to make sure you draft well to keep your salary cap low so you can constantly do things. This is why you don't go out there and get the biggest free agents so you can sign everybody. You'll probably see, a lot of turnover happen. So that's what's supposed to happen to keep your key guys. You are probably see a couple guys moved rather than lose them for nothing or tag them. But Anzalone is just on the wrong side. Of course, he want to retire a Lion. It's a great fit for him. But they went in a different direction with Jack Campbell. Then they went in a different direction with Derek Barnes. They're probably gonna keep Rodrigo around and let Zach Cunningham grow in the situation. And Alex Anzalone is probably gonna be going somewhere else as far as next year. Now, if him and Jack Campbell, beast like they did last year, they may not have another choice but to keep Jack around. I meant to keep Alex around, but it depends on him. Now, it's better than showing up getting a non-guaranteed contract, hurting yourself before the season or something happened and they can't guarantee that deal. They playing preseason tonight, Thursday. I don't give a two damns in a what about preseason. As long as everybody remain healthy, I'm not gonna watch it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna watch it. I watch the highlight. I'm good. Meaningless football. And shout out to Antonio Gates for going to Hall of Fame. Sterling Sharp going to Hall of Fame. Meaningless football. I got more important things to do. But like I said before, it's business. When they seen him, when they drafted Jack Campbell, a light should have went off in his head. When they paid Derek Barnes, we always surprised they paid Derek Barnes. A light should have went off in his head. When they drafted Barnes and Rodrigo, light should have went off in his head. But the biggest lights when they drafted Jack Campbell at his position, that really should have been flashlight. That should have been a flashlight. You think it take 2 or 3 years for a middle linebacker really to get comfortable at the position and do his thing. And now in year 3, You know, you hear him, getting he played well last year. It was whole Braylon Edwards, oh, he's too big to be a linebacker today, and that seems to be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Seemed to be some bullshit. Him and Anzalone, they like the Bash brothers from the Mighty Ducks. They messing stuff up. So, but yeah, man. You know, you get those fans attachments, and your family pet roots somewhere you want to be somewhere, but it's a business. It's a business. So we'll see if they can get it done this year. Obviously, there are the roster concerns. There's always concerns. What you want to do is make it through training camp without too many major injuries, any major injuries. You want to make it through you want to make it through preseason without those injuries. And it's kind of thing about the Lions that may be interesting about them doing things on preseason is from the fact that they don't play preseason. So you got two new coordinators who probably they first live action play calling outside of joint practices and scrimmages is gonna be week one. And I forget who the hell they play week one. Who do they play week one? I think it's Green Gay and you heard me right, and Lambeau. So I mean, yeah, I turn my YouTube TV back on. Might get Red Zone. I don't know if y'all heard the news. NFL Network, NFL is talking about selling some of their assets off for equity in Disney, and you might end up seeing them 4 to 5 years. Well, in 2024 or 2025. I'll be forgetting. I don't know what the hell we in. Whatever, 29, 2030. Thinking in 2025. Are we in 2025? I don't even know no more. Also, you see Red Zone and NFL Network owned by Walt Disney and probably be on ESPN. So that's why it's always kind of good to kind of stay on the business side of journalism. But yeah, man, I mean, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens with it. But it's a business, and we'll see how they do this season and the value that he has this season. But no doubt in my mind, him and Jack is gonna man that linebacker room. And he was very important to what we did last year. He hustled back to get healthy. Hopefully they can stay healthy. They got a few injuries. Terrion, Rackstraw, Anzalone. So we'll see what happens. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop video. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Everything is inside the link tree. Peace.